name and what are the steps it has followed, in which step it got failed, what was the exception there, okay, what happened in that particular execution time. There would be a screenshot, there would be videos. So like that, practically the reports will help you to do the automation. Okay, so for that also we have different interfaces. I told the interface name yesterday. Anyone remember for this?
I report listener.
I reported listener.
Correct. I report listener. So I report listener helps you, as the name suggests here, whenever the reports are going, you are attaching any third-party report, or even you can use the default Maven reports here for also. For those reports, it will help you to create a basic idea like which is the test case, where it happened and all. But the most used method in the I report listener is the generate report. Okay, so generate, one second, I'll open my IntelliJ so that I can show you. Generate report is the method which helps you, like whenever any test case is getting started or the suit level when it's getting started, generate report is the method which is gonna get triggered and start your reporting. Okay, I'll show you just a second. I'm just opening it. Yeah, one second. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible to you. Visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So here you can see in the suit event, I had also implemented the ID porter. Okay. So from here, I got the method which is generate report. Okay. So it's like I'm generating the report for different test cases. See, for the failed test case, I'm saying what it needs to do. Okay. I'm storing all them in a like array. You guys know the array, right? So with the array date and timestamp, everything, so it will get the method name, whatever the method name it has run. As I said, right, test case name is important. With the description, and it will mark it fail. So like that for the pass also I have done. So generate report will help you to get the reports, and these reports will come here. Like I have given test.csv, I think. Where is it? Yeah, in the format here, this one. So it's in the CSV format, comma separated value. You can see date, time, test case ID, description and result. So this is like the date is coming wrong. Date, time, test case ID, what was the description, result was pass. Okay, so it would be in the Excel. If you open in the Excel, it would be having column and values. So generate report is the like method most used, like maybe only used method from this ID portal listeners. Anytime soon, as I said, you're not going to implement it. Okay, mostly, but this will help you to generate the report. You should know that. And whenever any suit level execution is happening, it will observe the whole suit. At the last, it will generate the report. Okay, these are the test cases you have executed, and these are the past ones, these are the failed ones, these are the skip ones. Okay, and as I have given the method name and description, if you want to add other informations from your annotation, you can also add that. Okay, like if you want to add that name, if you want to add that priority, these things also you can call upon on that report. Whatever you want to add, basically, okay, it will just get it. If you see the like it is also date, date, time, then the method name, then the description, then the status, right? So just like that, it will show in the report whatever the things you will be adding on here. So that's only the ID porter, I would say. And another one which I have, like I wanted to share with you guys, that is ID tray analyzer. That is important. So you guys have any idea what would be the what is the retry when we do the retry?
For the failed test cases, sir.
If any test cases are failed, is again will check the test cases. Why this are failed? We will again recheck.
Okay. Yeah. So retry basically happens for the failed test cases. That's the first thing. You guys said correct only. And second thing is, so basically when what happens? So just suppose you are running a test suite of around 800 or 1000 test cases, okay, and maybe 200 test cases got failed. So what will happen? So whatever the test case has got failed on that execution, those 200 test cases again gonna auto start and execute themselves. Okay, it might be for it's like under your control how many times you want to run them, until unless like there's a variable called max count you can set on. Okay, retry max count. So as per the value, you can give it 2, you can give it 3, 5, 10, whatever you want. So for those many times, until unless it's passed, it's gonna just execute it again and again, again and again. That's the retry. So now I retry analyzer, how to implement. So that's a little bit conceptual. How can I say? I don't even have implemented it. 1 second, I'll check somewhere in online and will explain you that better, because I don't even have that. I retry analyzer. Yeah, this will be better. 1 second, I'll share my screen. Let me know once my screen is visible. I'll send you guys this link also.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
1 second. Yeah, so how to retry the failed test cases? It's obviously for the failed test case only, as I said. So now I retry analyzer. So here they have created one class which is retry, which implements the ID retry analyzer. Now previous we are starting the count as 0. Okay, we have initialized two variables. First is count, second is max try. As I said, right? So max try 3 means if some test case got failed, until unless the value of 3, that means first time it will try, second time it will try, third time it will try. So all the failed test cases, just suppose the first time the failed test cases are 50. Okay, so you for it will go for one round, all the 50 test cases will run, maybe 30 still failed. So again for the second time, those 30 only will go. If again 10 failed, so for the third time only those 10 will go. Still maybe 2 or 3 has failed, that is okay, but it will not go from further from that. Okay, only after 3 tries whatever the test cases are still failed, that would be marked as failed. We can't help on those. So it has implemented the ID analyzer. Now you can see this is the method retry. Okay, so it has a parameter for the eye test result. So eye test result, why it's coming, it is important to know if your test case got passed or failed. It has to get the information, right? So whatever the test case you were running at the red test. Yeah, okay, this is, you guys know about this eye test result?
No, sir.
Okay, so eye test result is something like whatever the test case you are running with at the red test, na? At the red test, then you are giving the methods and all. So all the methods which are getting executed under at the red test, eye test result will have their result. Okay, so just suppose I have run one at the red test, and like I can show you how at the red this I have implemented. Yeah, where I have implemented, I will show you. Very good. Yeah. So here you can see on test failure. So on test failure, how it will trigger? I have to know that, okay, this test case has got failed, right? So it will trigger. So what I have done for the eye test result of like for this eye test result, I am saying whatever the reason in the fail, get the throwable. Get throwable means get the exception and make it to string. Throwable is the parent of exception, right? So I said for this result, whatever the exception came, make it to the string. And if you open the reports, this is in the report, right? So I'll show you. It will come. Oh, it's pass only. 1 second. I'll just execute it quickly. So iTest result stores all the values for that, or current running test cases at the rate test. So because if the result only, see from this variable only is saying if it is not success, there is not. So if it's not is success, then and the count is less than max try, because this is the first time it will be failing, the count would be always if the below of max try, then make the count increase and then set the status as failure and return as true. Okay, or else it's a failure. Like if the max try is already there, so it would be failure, and else mark it as a success. Okay, I'll explain it again. So see here, I test result, if it's a passed or failed, depending on that. Okay, if it doesn't pass, so if your test case does not pass and the retry is on, what it will check first, if the count is still less than the max count or not, right? So it checked first, count is less than max count, yes, then increase the count, because this is going for the first time, right? So it was 0, now it will be 1. Okay, first time try has happened, then set the status as failure, because it hasn't passed, then make the test case as a failure and then return true. So what is this true will do, you will know that. Okay, return is true, it is basically the retry is coming as true, that means retry will happen now. Else, this else is of what, this one, count is less than max try, no, else means no. So if the count is not less than max try, then already mark it failure, you don't even have to go for a retry. That's why return is false. Okay, only for this part return is true, for everything else return is false. And here if the test case result is already success, in this case, then mark the set status as success, you don't even have to go for the retry. Got this condition, how it's working?
Repeat it once again now.
Okay, see here, I don't know how to make it easy for you guys. So I have one variable, that is count. Count will register how many times I am executing it. This test is getting executed how many times. And I have given one max count. Max count is just suppose 2. Okay. Now I have got a list of failed test cases. Okay. All these failed test cases will be repeated how many times highest? At a time of 2. Correct. And how I'll know they have failed or not? The I test result. Okay, so I am saying if you see I test result not equals to like is success, if I test result is not success, then I will enter into the retry mode, right? But before entering to retry mode, there is another checking, that if the current count is greater than max count or not. So I'll check the count. If the count is less than max count, then make the count plus, because I am trying for the first time, make the count plus, and also mark it as a failure because it has happened, it has already failed. So mark it as a failure and return true. Why this true is important? Because if you see here, this method which is returning true is the retry method itself. So retry true means it will go for the retry again. And now for this, the count, if the count goes more than max try, that means what, that already I have tried with the maximum numbers of maximum numbers or maximum tries, so it will go for, okay, I can't do anything, just set the status as failure, it's not possible. See, if max count is test marked as failure, and else, that means if the I test result is already success, then mark it as success, there is no need to do the retry again. Got this condition?
Yeah.
Only one yes came anyhow.
Yes, sir.
So this is the method of retry. This is directly coming from the retry analyzer. You can see, right? Public boolean retry. So whatever the value it returns, true or false, according to that, it's gonna get in at the rate test. Okay. So like we give here at the rate listeners, right? Listeners, then we give the like whatever the suit event or web event dot class. So here also at the test level, you have to give retry analyzer equals to your retry class name. See, retry.class. Okay. This is the way to implement your retry. So here what will happen in this scenario? Two are negative scenario, one is positive scenario. This scenario will get passed and this two will get repeated for 3 times until unless it gets passed. And why retry is useful? Now I will say if I am making itself assert failure myself, then how it will be making it pass after few retries. So basically in automation, it doesn't happen like that. So what happens, just suppose you are doing UI automation, some element, because the network was slow, some element did not appear at the first time. But when you are doing the retry, if the retry is on, then what will happen? Maybe the second time network is good and the test case got passed. Got my point, right? Why retry is important. So retry is mostly important with automation frameworks like API event, like when you are triggering, okay, you don't know API, sorry. Okay, so basically I given a scenario for UI automation, so that would be useful. Sorry. Guys, tell me if you have, like, you haven't got it. I will repeat again, no issues. But this is the like logic behind how retry is happening. And mostly we'll see everywhere. Some may implement in a different way, and the different way would be complicated for sure. That's why I searched this out and given this link. This is the easiest one to understand. I'm saying private int count 0. This count, you can think count of how many times the test case has got executed. Okay, after getting failed once. Okay, the first time you're running, still that count would be 0. But when the retry is on, from there on, the count would be counted. Like first retry, second retry, third retry. And then I have a max try count, which is 3. That, okay, after 3 times, I don't even want to retry it. Okay. So this is a method which is coming. It returns Boolean. So Boolean means true or false, right? The return type. So public Boolean retry. And it has a parameter of, like I'm giving the parameter here, which is itest result. Itest result would be the one which would be carrying if your test case got passed or failed. So if the itest result says it's not success, that means failure. Now, if the failure has already happened, I want to retry it. So before retrying, I have another condition. If this retry count is below the max try or like above the max try, if it's below equals to max try, or sorry, only below max try, then only I'll go for the, okay, make the count 1, because the next time it is coming, I have to check again, make the count 1 or go 1 above and mark the test case as failure, then return as true, so that retry will happen for this. If the count is already equals to or above max try, then mark it as failure. We can't do anything because retry already has happened for that many times. Or else for what? If the test case is already success, here it was not, right? So if it's already success here, so mark it as success, no need of retry anymore. So return false here. Got it? So
Yes,
this is the only method from the retry analyzer, retry, and how you to implement in the @test level. This is the one. Okay, @test level as a parameter you have to pass retry analyzer equals to your retry class name dot class. That's it. So this is the retry analyzer. So retry is basically very good to use in the framework. Okay, especially when you have a bigger suite and you have the problems of instability in your application. Maybe your application sometimes a newly developed application, what happens sometimes the element like the buttons or the links loads very slowly sometimes, right? So retry is very useful for those cases. And if you have a very robust application, most probably it would not be needed to use the retry in your framework. So as I said, for both of these cases, retry and the reporter generate report, you will not be implementing very soon, but if you want to try still, I would suggest you can go ahead with the retry one. Okay. Even there are different uses of retry, like where people do what, they write this logic that whenever there is a test case failed, you have to retry it, and they create like they assemble all the failed test cases in a different collection in a map, of course, and then they execute again as a different suite, as a different testng failure.xml, like that. Another testng XML for only the failed ones. It is also possible, but let's not go through that complicated. But this is the simple form of retry you have seen. Any doubt from the retry or generate report?
So that means if we have 800 test cases, we need to pass that at the rate symbol 800 times to use retry analysis.
No, actually from test.ng XML also it can be operated, but the scenario I have shown you, you have to do from the @test. But in from test.ng XML also you can implement the retry totally. That would be only one line you have to put it on. Let me
Yeah.
check that link has it or not. Someone is very sleepy, no issues. Yeah, that would be complicated to make you understand. You don't have to try it as of now, just try this one, okay?
Yeah.
But basically what happens, I'll tell you. If you are thinking like 800 test cases I have, and 800 test cases I have to give @test, there I have to write the parameter, that one, right? Retry.class, retry analyzer equals to
Yeah.
retry.class. It will not be giving you a hard time. Why? Because for every test cases you are running in a test.ng suite @test, you will be giving @test. First of all, you will be giving the description to make the test case appear in the report. You will be giving the priority. You will be giving the invocation count. So these things anyhow you will be giving, okay, individually for every test cases. So with that only you have to add this one. It's not like you are giving it separately, or for only this retry you are writing this. In a test.ng framework, you have to give the description, you have to give the priority, you have to give the invocation count. So, and depends on also comes into the play. So these things are always there. So you can just write out the retry. It not be like a separate effort for you.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
But yeah, from test.ng XML, it can be operated. That's true, which is more efficient. But for that, I annotation transformer is needed. So I think we can refrain from that for now.
Thank you, sir.
Any doubts? Saujanya there or left? Hey, hi Saujanya. Okay, I think she's not there. Cool. I think you guys can try on the retry if needed. That would be good. You can try the retry. It's a simple logic. So try the retry and just know that ID porter has the generate report method which implements for the, like I have given as a CSV format, but the reports can be generated in a different like XLS format. That is also possible. I have seen CSV, I have seen, and text also is possible. So it can generate report in different formats also for the generate report, but you don't have to implement that, I would say, because most of the frameworks you are not gonna implement that until unless you are creating a framework from scratch.
Okay, sir.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
Amitabh,
If
you're
you
calling
guys,
me right now.
yeah, I was calling. Maybe I'll call you later over phone. No issues. After this. Okay, if you guys don't have any doubt, I think we can conclude this session. Practice the retry, that would be better. Yeah, practice the retry, guys.
Okay, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, sir.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.